Hi, I'm Jack Berry, and I'm at the Red Run Golf Club, one of the historic clubs in Michigan, and we're going to have a great time here this year because Dave Robinson is the president of the Western Golf Association, and Dave talked the Western into bringing over one of the top amateur tournaments for young people, the Western Junior. Dave, tell us about it and when it's going to be and how you can get in to see it.
Well, we're excited to have it here. It's June 21st to the 24th. As you know, it's the oldest junior championship in the world. Has a great history of players. The past time it was in Michigan, Ricky Fowler won. The time before that, Hunter Mahan won. Jim Furyk has won the Western Junior. Contestants have been Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, Fred Couples. You know, it's really has a prestigious history of players.
It's the World Series of junior golf is the Western Junior, and Red Run has a good history of championship golf here. Tell us about a few of the big events you've had here over the years, Dave.
Well, we've had the Western Open here, and now we'll have the Western Junior, so probably one of the few clubs in the country that have hosted both of those. We hosted the Motor City Open twice, which was an original event on the PGA Tour. We've had the Michigan Amateur a few times, have a great history and tradition of players here. Not so much recently. We have some good players, but in the 50s and 60s, we had some great players.
It was number one. I remember in those days, you had Chuck Kosas, and Chuck started the Michigan Metal Play Championship with who was the other fellow?
Tom Draper here.
Well, you have Tom, and Tom Draper. He was a U.S. senior champion. Who are some of the other top?
Bob Babbage. The Babbage brothers were great players here. I mentioned Tom Draper. Bob McMasters immediately comes to mind. Don Brooks was a really good player who was here. Lloyd Martz was a great player who played in 9 U.S. Opens, I believe.
The Zins.
The Zinn brother. George Linkletter was a really good player. As a matter of fact, I think he was the last player to beat Arnold Palmer as an amateur before he turned professional. So one interesting story. I remember walking into the pro shop at Inverness Club several years ago, and Don Pernay was the pro there and longtime professional and knew the area, a lot of golf in this area. And I had a shirt that had the Red Run logo on it. And he asked me if I was a member here, and he told me a story that in the 50s he would have taken our top 8 players here, and they would have beat the Walker Cup team.
Well, Pernay was a Spartan. I show my I show where I went to school. And now you got to come out here in June. The dates again.
June 21st to the 24th. It's open to the public. The golf course will be in spectacular condition as it always is, and I think you're going to see some of the greatest young players in the world playing golf here.
Terrific. Thanks, Dave. That's Red Run Golf Club in Royal Oak, Michigan.